launching your system. Flight mode.
Hello and welcome to my Thursday afternoon stream. Welcome in. I'll be playing more Dyson Sphere Program. I'll be trying to get what you're seeing on the screen started to be built, but first I am very much of the opinion I'm going to need a more a lot more factories. I need to build a lot more stuff. And that stuff needs to be quality controlled and all of that. Let's get the music here in. Is everything looking okay? Welcome in, Tira. It seems I had 1 or 2 hiccups. Let's hope it doesn't go on for too long. But welcome in. I hope you had a good night and that you're looking forward to a great Thursday. Did I leave myself any notes from last time? Not exactly. Hadn't put down any note. Okay, I think the big thing is that I have the energy production in the system should absolutely be good for a while. That reminds me, there is one thing I can still do here. You get a haircut today. Very happy to hear that. I do enjoy getting a haircut. Well, hair and beard cut myself. It's quite a relaxing time. I don't usually go often enough because it's quite expensive, so I try to keep it presentable by myself for as long as possible, but it is it's a very comfortable experience, so I hope you get a nice haircut and you're going to enjoy the experience. So, I am currently using 1500 per minute. Honestly, I think I'll be pulling these what is the average consumption rate over 10 minutes? So I have a reference rate that is ginormous. Do I have enough for the last hour? A consumption rate, that means that I have 250 per minute left over. I have an idea. Let's do it like this. In such fashion that I can just add a new... Basically add a splitter on top, bring it down, and then have a full 1800 from here again. Because I do know that I can construct far, far more than... Is that high enough to get over here? 8 is good enough. 7 is good enough. Let us build one over here. No, no. No, there is a good reason to pull this back to the already existing tower. It only has 2 entries, so it has more than enough capacity to bring these over to the mall, and I'm far out of building range, I should have guessed. And we have one new product ready to be integrated. Honestly, I'd like you to go in there. But now we have solar sails we can integrate into our mall. I don't foresee myself taking them out of there very regularly, but I might. I'd rather see the items stocked than not. What do we have here? Okay, that's the health bar of those stones I was stepping on. Koros, bloody hell. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for the follow. Yes, this is the priority input port, but that doesn't mean it's the priority. That this will remain the priority out. So to add to the mall, we have solar sail. And matrix lab. Oh, here is the from last time. I want to add matrix labs. Are they already being loaded? Matrix labs are being loaded. Gauss turrets and all 3 types of turret ammo. That'll fill up a tower, but I do think that we'll see. We'll see exactly how it goes, and that is currently completely fine. So, going back to Shellyak 2.
Flight mode. Cruise mode.
I didn't
Cruise ended.
aim at it. seemingly.
Flight mode. Cruise mode.
True, the magnifying glass is not the same as the point to it. Here we come.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
Okay, this grid is currently looking fine.
Flight mode.
The problem is that I'm only seeing oh, I did add some RAID receivers. Okay, that explains it. That explains the power concern, the power here. Okay, very happy to see. So, you're a full tower, you're a full tower. This is a full tower, this is the new tower. Okay. So I am producing these basically out from leftovers. Give me 60 here. I still have a little bit overly much here. Okay, Gauss turrets. Okay, that's going to require a lot of iron. Okay, so we are building 15. Is my math correct there? That is 15, so I need 120 gears per minute. That is 2 factories. One, 2. I have some iron ore nearby, namely here. So you two are going to produce the gears I'm going to consume. Then I have 120 iron ore from here. I need 30 of that. Oh, I see. These are filling up slightly. I'm not going to get stuff out of those, even if they are currently not producing at full power. Oh, okay, and this goes all the way over here. Okay, I see that would get on everybody's nerves pretty quickly. But I still hope that you're going to have a good time for it. You go in there as well. Did I put 2 over here? Okay, that's not necessary. But I absolutely understand how that would be something you're looking forward to. Not getting poked by your hair for a while. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing this. So I have a cargo flow of 80 per minute. Nice, nice. Is that your normal hairstyle cut, or are you trying something new? So that's 40 left over. Well, it's not like I dislike them, but I can absolutely... I don't like it when my hair pokes me too much over the eyes or in the eyes, so I can absolutely understand you wanting to be able to have a more comfortable hairstyle. And I can also understand that there's a lot of people that personally do not like the anime bang hairstyle. I want more coils. That is a very good reason for wanting a pixie cut. I mean, in general, I prefer my hair to be easy to be taken care of, and I don't quite understand why people would to a certain degree. No, that's not entirely true. Complicated hairstyles usually do look very nice, but they would also be a pain to take care of. I don't think it is long hair per se that is the issue, but long hair that is hard to take care of. As long, at least in my opinion, it's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to pull this out because I will be able to nip off some stuff here. It does take longer to wash. That is absolutely a reason to say I don't want hair that long. Okay, so that is 80 plus 60. 140, so I have 100 left coming out of here. That is a very good reason to keep it short. No. That is not what I want to put in here. It is this, the Gauss turrets. Okay. How is the copper flow looking here? $800 per minute. For the Magnum, that's 180. That's 180 copper going into 60, and then 30 left over. Now I'm going to do a three. No, that's 260, and another is 540. Okay, I still have enough capacity in here. I see. Yeah, it is. If you have help keeping something in order, that would absolutely. It then also becomes sort of a ritual where you where it's not just a chore, but it is something you do together. And I can absolutely understand you not continuing that after she died. Okay, I am going to, I think, buffer them, all this ammunition a little bit here. It's also then easier to send it on to the next step. First off, all the leftover ammunition is going to go. You're actually not going to be the priority output, but that is not something I can fix immediately. Okay, let's bring them in. Then 2 factories producing titanium ammunition. So that is 120 normal titanium. Do I have that somewhere close? This is all iron. Iron, 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 iron. I know that I have some titanium mining going on already. Okay, I'm getting a lot of iron ore in here. Where is the... Where is the titanium coming from? Oh, all the way over here. That is very understandable. I hope that helped you to feel well rested for today. I do know that some people, and depending on how my days were, that having such a crash out day just doesn't really help as much as I'd like it to. Total. I am full on up with the current titanium production, and I'm also pretty much up at the ore production. Okay, that means I want to find something close here. We have 20 over here. Okay. I'm not indeed very aware of all the intricacies there, but if you can make it, that's the most important part. And this is going to be a bit finicky getting everything in. Come on. No, I cannot cover everything like this. 19, come on. Where is that last field over there? That is cheap for European haircuts as well. Well, I say European, I take that back. I'm speaking of Luxembourgish haircuts, because Europe is quite large and the prices differ quite a bit. But it's cheap for Luxembourgish haircuts. I think we'll be 35 euro for a haircut, so about, oh bloody hell, $40. Unfortunately, Luxembourg is not the cheapest country to live in. But I cannot generalize these prices to Europe for sure, so I do need to be careful with that. Am I just going to take the fact that I cannot have everything, put it into a very good position? And just pump this up to 110%. Yeah, I do think that's what I'll do. But it's not a bad thing being able to have a haircut at a decent and affordable rate. Makes for a more pleasant experience than more expensive haircuts. I think I'll be leaving a little bit of... well, no, I just need to leave space for the mining machine. Let's put it down here. Is the planet bubbling? Oh, well, I wouldn't say really bubbling, but it has lava pushing to the surface. Yeah, there is lava bubble noise, that is for sure, yeah.
Flight mode.
It's hard enough for me to walk on, but it is pretty hot underneath. It doesn't have open lava fields. I don't know if that is a thing in the game, but there's another field over here, so those noises are absolutely normal. So there's a wide variety of planets, and I'm really quite happy that they put a lot of variety in. Not all of it is very believable. It can be, yes. I'd imagine that somebody who has had to live near an active volcano for a while, it's not the most comfortable noises. But it's very nice. That's exactly where I wanted to put it down, but that's actually not a problem. Let's pull... being it's over here. Then 1, 2, and yeah, I'll bring it down like this. It's not the most efficient, but it works. And I think I'm going to do this like this. Very much so. If you have a planet like this, it does add quite a bit. Okay, and now finally we can push the priority away here, and we can power these up. You are going to be producing titanium alloy. Oh, that is always very much the case. Absolutely a lot of fun, but also absolutely deadly. I think for a good reason. As you say, they are very badass, and they add a lot of environmental danger. So having them for these specific moments, I think, is a good idea. Lava chutes, okay, are very interesting. I'd much rather go explore one on a geologically dead planet. Here you never know if what you're getting is actually a safe one, and generally they tend to be very, very risky. affairs. Well, fair enough. Everybody needs to experiment. I think your teammates would be probably feeling less annoyed if you sacrifice the team. Sometimes that is unfortunately necessary, but rare is the team that can then
Flight mode.
agree on who shall be the sacrifice. Okay, now I need the titanium. Okay. Over here, the titanium alloy. But usually the sacrifice is not necessarily in a position to bargain. For their not being sacrificed. Okay, that's iron ore, pulled it slightly over. That doesn't matter too much. I can just go fetch more conveyors. I'm constantly running out of building. Sorry, constantly running out of building range. So about there. And then we have the titanium ammunition and the titanium alloy. Going to combine for super alloy ammunition. There we are. Let's power this up. Have a last buffer. Okay, that works if I can put it out there, and then... Okay, I see. And I'm missing the alloy. There must be... Oh, there's more than one break still in the conveyor line. Let's get those fixed. And here we go. That is all of the ammunition cleared. We're putting a little bit of buffer storage here as well. And we have all of this complete as well, meaning it's time to visit the mall again and add the newly created items to it.
Cruise mode. Warp engine activated.
Whoops, that was overshooting the goal a little bit. I am used to doing loops of shame in Elite, not here. Let's hope that doesn't get to become a habit.
Flight mode.
Here are all of my towers and stuff. Already greeting me with refills for all of my stuff. So I did say that I produced solar panels as well for getting over here, and they would be at 5-9. That's the row that it would be this part. Okay. I do not need this. There we go. You go provide and collect from Icarus, you request from others, and you'll be requesting solar sails. No, no. You'd be chaotic, but to top the most chaotic player ever? Nah. I mean, I had not exactly D&D, but let's put it like that. Close enough. We were playing Vampire, so World of Darkness, Vampire the Masquerade, and they just completely knackered any idea I had that session. Absolutely took me for a spin. And they've been very chaotic ever since. It'd be a challenge to beat them. Not saying you might not be up for it, but no, that is this one, and I haven't supplied them yet. So here we go. Let's put these sails in here. Okay. To all fellow DMs, if you do a rage quit because a player genuinely has another plan and doesn't follow your plan, not out of spite, but because in their mind this is the better plan, don't get angry about that. As a DM, always be ready to improvise your plans. That's a big thing, and the most my players ever threw me for a loop. Again, World of Darkness. They were supposed to find an artifact that had been delivered to a local church, had been locked in the safe. There were security guards and all of that. And one half of the group went away, hatched a brilliant plan to improve the local bakery's recipe for a day by adding strong laxative to the flour. And the other member, so those two were busy getting the laxatives and all of that. And the other member was meant to go scout out a little bit. And partially due to me thinking, well, it's behind the safe, they're not going to get that. Yeah, the Toreador just cracked open the safe, took what they needed, and all of the rest, all the plans of the groups, of the other part of the group, absolutely for naught. threw me for a huge loop, and I was just like, yeah, no. You were lucky on your throw. Absolutely, the save is open. You see what you need there. It happens, and I've learned for them never over prepare again. Absolutely the safest I can do. Just be ready. They are not going to do as you think they will. Same base group, but adding a player. There was they got the mayorship of a city because they saved it. Did a whole lot of chaotic stuff with that too, but the episode I've stuck in my mind right now is that they were they heard that some enemies planned an attack on the city, so they went out to scout it. The paladin and the wizard were staying behind, and the wizard was preparing a globe of invisibility, whereas the other two felt confident in their ability to sneak and thus went off on their own. And I don't know exactly what the catalyst was, but the paladin got sulky and decided that he was too proud to go sneak up on them, and yeah, I think that was it. He's too proud to sneak up on them, and that's dishonorable, and they should walk to them in the open and just ask them, even though the enemies had probably laid an ambush, and so you refused to move with the bubble. So the mage picked him up with either Bixby or Levitate, and he was complaining. He was complaining a whole lot, and we had the interaction between those that were sneaking up on the enemies, and the enemies being like, "What is happening over there?" And their answer being like, "Oh, we don't know." That was fun as well. But by that point, I was already aware that my plans are not going to be fruitful, so I should not spend too much time trying to get the most intricate of plans, but still, yeah. Ooh. Okay. I hope he looks as cool as he should be. Wrestling Mask Burb indeed got a mega evolution. Honestly, deservedly so. I am happy to hear that. Some of their recent megas and Dragonite are looking more goofy than cool, which is a shame. I need to bring you in as well, and I need to bring in all 3 types of ammunition. Well, that is very fitting for him. Doesn't really matter too much. There we are. Okay, the autosave ate one of the inputs there. Okay, they should now all have... Good. You are not going to do to me, you're just going to fly to other distributors. Okay, I don't know if you share my opinion on that one. It looks like it's desperately trying to hold down its last meal where it overate. I like it from that aspect, but it does look a little bit goofy. Does this work, or are they are too close? Okay. Let's move this one further up. Okay. You'll be the titanium ammunition, and will be the super alloy ammunition. More hats, more bots for the hats.
Flight mode.
They can be absolutely fitting. Tickaton is both goofy and cool. But what I wanted to say is not that it shouldn't work or that it can't work, but that it is... If you have a goofy design, it always becomes a tightrope. And you need to be careful. Yeah, I think, yeah, a goofy is a tightrope, and you absolutely need to be careful not to overdo it, but also not to go not far enough. But I'm happy they're going for it. Let me put it, but I think a good example is Mega Dragon Knight looks goofy, but maybe not goofy enough, and that makes it look weirdish. Victory Bell is just hitting the right amount of goof. I don't know if that exactly makes sense. I hope it does. Okay. These are all the gun ammunition storage. You do the providing and you do the requesting. Have your bot. Have your bot. You go fetch from others. No. Not particle broadband. That is true. He does look like he's giving great hugs. It's going to make for a great plush, but as a... I think what I'm worried about the most is that it would absolutely work as a sprite. I don't know if they can... I don't think they can make it work as a 3D model. It is not in a good place for a 3D model, unfortunately. Oh, he could. But, yeah. Not saying he's necessarily a bad design, but he's not... he doesn't quite hit the level where I'm saying this is really goofy, but it's... And of course, I'm also aware that is absolutely 100% subjective. It's absolutely taste, and therefore it's going to change from person to person. But also maybe Game Freak is going to prove me absolutely wrong, or is the Pokemon Company doing the new designs? I don't exactly know how that works anymore, but yeah. Yeah, I do have the production, but it's completely full. Okay. Yeah, that is what I am worried about. He would absolutely work wonders as a sprite, but he doesn't work well as a 3D model. Honestly, I wish Pokemon would go back to at least producing one sprite-only game. They've done such amazing sprite work, and it is a shame that they dropped all of that and decided to go for 3D models. A lot of Pokemon look worse in 3D. And honestly, with the last few games, it absolutely feels like they've fallen for the graphical fidelity fallacy. I've only, I think, seen the official illustration for him, where he's a bit not terrible, but he's also not great looking. So, we have everything down here for now. I think what I am going to do is going to do a bit of foundation work. Let me write that down. So, foundations. Items are currently less for storage and more for getting stuff built. So I'm getting ray receivers. Should I go for the... Yeah, I think... Although they are usually meant for lower end stuff. Let's do traffic monitors. I'll need to look that up then. I do not have Depot Mark II yet, do I? I'm not using them very often, but let us get some supply of spray coaters in there. And I do need to do something for vertical launch silos. As well as planetary shield generators and signal stuff. Okay, then I need to look up his review. And I need to start to get... Okay, no. I have to go for it. Planetary shield gen... Going to be a bit, but it's absolutely it should be absolutely feasible. I think I'm going to search for TB Skyen and Mega Dragonite. That should bring it up, I think, the quickest. If not, I'll check through it. Okay. I have hydrogen fuel. And I need to start also thinking about deuterium fuel. If only for the mech. Okay, I have the missile turrets for space stuff. Ooh, the particle colliders. At one point I'd like that too, but that is currently very expensive. Okay, I feel I have the... Absolutely. Either share it in my Discord or DM it to me. Both are absolutely fine. I do have Discord. And if that hasn't worked, the bot should still do that. So this is the server I've made. It's not very busy, but you will also be able to find me just as Desdar, and then you can DM me. Okay. I've mailed you to the mall. It's really only... Thank you very much for joining. I hope that with how I set it up that the unlock works. If not, I'll give you server access, but there should also be an open discussion. I'm not going for the particle collider yet. I don't really have anything else. Let's get these 4 produced. And then I also need to start about redoing the entirety of the... Okay. I'll take a look at it after stream, and I'll post my ideas below that. Thank you for sending it. So, let's get over there. Foundations, traffic monitors. Okay.
Flight mode. Cruise mode. Warp engine activated.
If you want to, that is not necessary, though.
Warp engine deactivated.
But, yeah.
Cruise ended.
Hello, Tira. I now know what you look like. Hello. And there, I'm not the thinnest either, so don't have much to say. I am trying to lose weight though, and I had some success over this year, and then unfortunately it stopped. Not, but yeah, no, I still look cute, so no worries. Okay. Oh, that is absolutely not a good combo. I can understand that, so. But I have to say, I thought more of it as a bandana when I saw it, and I have to say it suits you. So, it's not necessarily a bad choice for you to be wearing that. Okay.
Flight mode.
I am... In that case, my fashion sense is extra bad. I don't feel like it clashes particularly bad, but I'll be the first to admit my fashion sense is not necessarily the best.
Flight mode.
Okay, I have the stone there, and I have iron here. You have a quick check how much I am using up. $600. Look, I'm going for 60 seconds.
Flight mode.
Takes some while to calculate that. That would be 60. That would be 3 foundries plus the stone. Let's assume I can take it from up there and then... Okay, I can understand. So, last minute picture. Again, it suits you, so... I don't feel like it is clashing anything hard. But I am happy that your pink eye has been resolved, and... And I do see what you mean with one eye being more puffy than the other. But I'm happy that it resolved the issue. 620, okay. That means for the foundations, I'll be needing 60 steel, and that is 180. Meaning that I have enough. I need to ensure that I have enough room to put a traffic monitor in there next time. I am very happy to hear that. That is why... But that's mainly why I started to stream, to make an enjoyable stream for people to come by and enjoy themselves and maybe forget a bit about the hardships of the day. That is absolutely no issue. Rest well and have a great haircut and a great rest of your day, Tira. No, that's not what I was going for. I need one of these. Where am I going to put the next one, though? Over here. No. Okay, I can build one there. Then let's get the replicator in here. These are just going to be sufficient for all the steel I'll be needing. I'm not going to make an issue about it. Okay, that doesn't work. Does this work, or do I need to be one further away from it? That works.
Flight mode.
I have the stone somewhere over here. Still have a large reserve of it, so I don't need to worry when I'm pulling quite a bit out of here. No idea why it wanted to go to 0. Let's get back into building range, and then we go over. And pull this down.
Flight mode.
I just realized I've made a little bit of a boo-boo. I do need to add another sorter before here. There we go.
Flight mode.
Okay, one thing I'm going to need to worry about is the energetic graphite. Okay, don't need to worry too much about it. I still have a lot of headroom there. We are producing foundations. Let's store them in our tower. Let's supply some vessels to the tower. Here we go. Let's get a bit of still have a few vessels. I'd need to construct more soon though, so for 90 I need 90. Let's go fetch the, unless, okay, don't need processors for that. Okay, am I storing processors or I'm just sending them off?
Flight mode.
Okay, I'm just sending them bloody off. Okay, fair enough. I need to go pillage my startup
Flight mode.
planet then for those supplies. So I got foundations down. The next one are traffic monitors. That is 30 a second, 60. Okay, that is absolutely something I can do with the leftovers from this. Can I go like this? Pull you like this for new gears. I don't need that many. I don't need all that many. Traffic monitors. So that is 60. That is one of you. I do need the iron ore myself. I need the gears myself. I'm building. I want to be building traffic monitors here. So I can profit from this production. No. Okay, that's not going to work out, is it? No, it's not. Okay, I see the issue. So that worked? Yes, it did. Feed you in there. Okay, don't need a million.
Insufficient materials.
And we go in there. That's still 120 out. That's still more out than I need. And that is normal glass. I should have a supply of glass not too far away. And that is indeed coming from here. I cannot feed it in like this. Okay, let me see. Can I bring you down? No, that's not going to work. If I take this away, do you accept this working? Okay. That is traffic monitors down. Spray coaters. Oh, you'll be a little bit more work. Fair enough, but where do we have... still have enough iron ingot production. Still should have enough iron ingot production. Let me have a look. That is... 20 times 4 is 80. Oh, that's a bloody... unfortunate number, but that is only 40. Okay, let's do a small experiment. Okay. Being a bit silly here. Let's give you a storage. How many am I getting over here per minute? If it is... if I can get to 40 cargo. Oh, this is hard. Okay, that. And there is an issue I hadn't taken care of yet. We are going to reset you. Can I set 40 as a... okay, I can. Can set 40 as a target for it. It rained a little bit. Okay, I usually see that as a good thing, I have to say. It tends to be too dry for us. For where I live, it tends to be a little bit too dry, which is unfortunate. But I do not... I prefer it if it rains, if I don't have to go out at that moment. Summer rains are not necessarily my favorite. I do prefer it when I can be dry in the summer. Doesn't need to be dry in... or as... yeah, it doesn't need to be dry for autumn and spring. But 30. Oh, bloody hell. That is not good enough. can we salvage a little bit here? Do you pass over like this? I wish I could put this as a secondary output. But then again, this output is so low that it doesn't really matter all that much. And it's just refusing to pick some up. So it wouldn't be... And now it's too much. Okay, let's get it down because it's probably still counting the rush that came past. Okay, I do need to change something. Luckily, I do know what I can easily change to keep the flow the way I'd like it to. Let's put you as a splitter in the middle here. Now there is no good middle. Okay, you're accepting that. And you're accepting that. And then you have your main output. So I'm only bringing in the overflow. Honestly, let's do the same here. Only overflow. Okay, that works. Can I... That works as well, and then I can bring all of this over. You are the main output, and the rest is the overflow output. Should all be catching up pretty quickly here. And then I'll be basically recounting this. But it might absolutely now be sufficient. Okay, how is the... That is absolutely at its limit, and I just need to produce one more, two more. We'll see. First off, I want to make... Do I have any in my inventory? I do. Okay, that looks like it's going to be absolutely as I want it. How are we looking here? I can imagine that be could be actually quite comfortable. Being less humid depends on the temperature, but since it is still summer, I'd be guessing less humidity is good. In winter, there are moments you want more humidity, since that makes it more comfortable as a heat. The warm air becomes more comfortable if it is at least about 50% humid. Okay, so looking like I'm having a little bit more than the required 40. Yeah, that's 20 per minute, requiring 40 per minute. I'm actually doubling it. I am actually doubling it. Okay. Bloody hell, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, no, that's bad. Okay, it's less bad than I was worried about. Okay, it's less bad than I thought it would be, or than I was immediately worried it would be, but that didn't mean it was a great thing to do. Okay, honestly, I think I'll be plopping this one down about here. I'll bring over the necessary circuit boards. And these are unfortunately litter. Okay, I need steel, and I need... yeah, that's 80. No, 80 is in fact not a bad number. I think it's a good idea to have some lunch. Your haircut is going to take you a while, and so enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your Mac. $80 times 3 is 240. Okay, that is still in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Season 2 taste, a very good advice. Four fire packets. That is again, I don't know Taco Bell myself, but I'm guessing that is going to be decently spicy.
Materials.
But I unfortunately can't really say since I don't know Taco Bell. Okay, that should be getting me all the steel I need for it. Okay, how many do I need? That is 2, that is 40. I am already producing them. And I'm already not producing enough. Fair enough. Again, I understand. I don't really have an understanding of the spiciness. It might be mildly spicy. It might be extremely spicy. I unfortunately have no way to tell. Fire is in between mild and Diablo. Okay. Unfortunately, then again, from my experience, adding more hot sauce doesn't make the sauce hotter, it just means you have more hot sauce. So maybe 2 is still going to be enough sauce for the Easy Mac. Again, in my experience, that's unfortunately not how it works. Since the spice doesn't become denser, you just have more of it distributed the same. Okay, there. No, I am producing enough of you. It might be that I said I only want a production equivalent of 90 plasma exciter. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to take a look at the new one. That is true. The less you have, the easier it is to dilute. You are right about that. If you need to worry about dilution, having more of it will keep the spice better, absolutely. Okay, you're too... Why are you too much? I don't get it. Must have had one delivered to me. So I need 40, I said. That means I need... Um, 80 prisms. And it easily looks like I'm still producing enough glass for that. 80 prisms. I am doing... Okay, that's going to be a prism production of 90. It would absolutely do that, yes. In addition, a fatty sauce does absorb the spice pretty well. Yeah, so you have an easily you have a sauce that easily melts and absorbs the spice, I cannot. That's absolutely an issue where you would be. Yeah, I want to add more spice. Okay, getting slightly spaghetti again. And I was trying so hard not to spaghettify this particular factory. Yeah, and that makes then for okay, why? The 3D stuff is not always okay. You're a 10 slope. I need to go up to 11 to be able to follow you on top. Then, yeah, that would if it worked out, then that is very nice. I am pulling you in the wrong direction, aren't I? That is something absolutely nice if you have food. If you have food spicy enough to do a nice sinus drain when you need it. Unfortunately, that depends also from person to person. I tend to be needing to be very, very spicy to be able to for the spice to be able to drain my sinuses, but in general it is
Light mode.
it's okay. So I absolutely should be producing enough foils. But this is a lot. This is 160. Where are my last... spinners here, there. Okay, unfortunately I need to add an entire factory in order to have enough. If you are feeling a bit hungry, by all means go ahead. Okay. Magnets are looking fine. Where I'm sourcing the copper from is also still okay. Well, then you are going to be able to enjoy lunch very, very soon. Let me put it like this. It will allow that to still move around properly, and I do have enough now to... How many do I need? That is... I need 40, that is 2 factories. One and 2, and I'll be getting the magnets from here. Honestly, let's put it up to 5. So that I can clear this easily. 1 fire, 1 hot, 1 mild. Hot is in between mild and fire. Again, I have no idea how the spice scale works, so this is me guessing. 2 fire, 2 hot, 1 mild. Okay. Okay, that should be producing more than I need, and that is fine. Okay. I guess that correctly then. Okay, why? Because you are the proliferator I need to supply. That makes absolutely sense. Then you pull it up. Okay, let's feed you in. And I still need some semiconductors as well. Okay, I am going to bring it into the tower already. And Diablo is... Is there anything after Diablo, or is Diablo the hottest? Mixing and cooking is always a lot of fun. Well, no. It's often a lot of fun. If you feel forced to do it, it can become very annoying. But there are luckily alternatives for moments like that. There we go. So when I start producing them, the tower is accepting them.
Flight mode.
Okay, I have this huge band here, out of which it looks like I'm able to pull a little bit more copper. So, how many do I need? 40, and I have a production rate of 30, so 2 additional factories. And that might be the end of the silicone supply, so I can have 2 more factories which don't need to produce at full capacity. And then let's just say that this is exhausted. Let's go up to 7. We're pulling it up a little, and then I'm going to look for the shortest path over to the required factory. Okay, you're over there. And we go down, and feed them in. Diablo is the last level. Okay, I see. Well, I'm not exactly sure if it then needs another level. There's always a limit on how much spice one enjoys before it becomes unproductive to make it more spicy. Okay. They had a sub level. Sub as in below. Because Verde now, at least to my understanding, doesn't sound particularly spicy. So would that be still under mild, or? Again, I'm guessing here. Was like a mild but green. Okay. So add a few ingredients so you have a different colored sauce. Okay. And now comes the most expensive one. Does the iron field here still have enough for that? Because I'll be needing a lot. $60. And I'll be needing 6 per second, so actually it's not as bad as it looks. That's 120 steel, that is 360 iron. Happy you enjoyed your lunch. Maybe it's just me, but that was a rather quick lunch. But the most important, you enjoyed it. So I have 300 here. That is 1200. Absolutely, I still have enough for it. Especially since it's only 300 and something. I was thinking I needed much, much more. Okay, I'll be pulling this down to here. I do enjoy eating quite spicy from time to time as well. And I understand the feeling of the tingling and the spiciness makes for an enjoyable meal. Okay, that is 120 steel. I'll need to bring in a lot from afar, but that's just how this currently works. Yoink. There we go, and you are going to be producing planetary shield generators. There is always that. But that's worse. But there is also worse. Okay. I need... Let's do some calcing here. 5 times 6 is 30. So that is 60 electromagnetic turbines for the and that is plus 120, so 180 magnetic turbines, out of which I am making 5 Let's do a proper posture check and drink. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, when I put them in, I felt like it's fun, but as a streamer, I also tend to forget to take care of myself in these regards properly, so thank you very, very much. Okay, I need 180 of those, meaning... Oh, this is going to be a ton I need. So that makes for 360 motors. And 720 magnetic coils. I can't, so that is... They're producing in pairs of 2 though, so good. 720 is 6 factories. Basically that means I need 360 copper and 720 magnetic rings. Okay, the copper is taking a large path already, but I might 60, 60, 60. That'll be the last ounce I can pull through this. That's the last hurrah of that line. Magnets looks a lot better. So 120, 240, 360. There we go. I'll be putting all of this in. And magnetic coils. I need to go up or I won't be able to make it. There we go. Feed you in. And I'll be producing all the magnetic coils I'm going to need for the project. Pulling you over here for now. No, that is... No, that was correct. I do want it 2 away from this one because I'm going to feed the coils onto the line like this. And then we pour the outputs properly. Let's power that sorter. Do I have enough? Since this isn't working right now. Possibly. Let's try it. I'll be opening...
Flight mode.
I'll need to do some extra mining there and open another refining field if it turns out it's insufficient. And I haven't put sorters on those 2 yet. Okay. For the motors, I need 2. No, by far that field is never going to be enough. I need 360 motors. Yeah, I do need 360 motors. That means times 3. That field doesn't hold enough anymore. Let's give this some boost here for another 1080. That's a nice 360. That's another nice 360. Okay. Let me see, do I have enough nodes to get to what I need? That is 7, 6, 8, 8 and 9 times 45. I am missing 2 nodes. Can I get you 1 more? Okay, I cannot. Let's go silly buggers and take 1 here. And I'll just be pulling that over into a field. No need to go fancy on this. Let us give power to all of these mining machines, and then we put down the smelter block. Can I merge it like this? I can. Okay, once it's constructed, it should be able to connect to the power grid on the other side. No, it has to connect to the power grid on the other side. Anything else would be weird. I'll be putting in a bit of a buffer here. And I'm going to be producing iron ingots in this block. Okay. This then will be doubling up on itself. Tingle in mouth, be gone. Yeah, that always takes a while. Hello, welcome in Midwest Ape. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday so far. That is unfortunate, Tira. This is Dyson Sphere Program. It's a game on the same, in the same vein as Factorio, and I'm guessing I personally would count Satisfactory to that as well, except that Satisfactory is a first-person perspective, and this is the third-person perspective, as seen in Factorio. So that's going to be a bunch. 360 motors. Unfortunately, I do believe it's a PC only game. Let me give a quick look for that. Dyson Sphere Program is currently, unfortunately, only available on Steam. And on GeForce Now. So if you are using GeForce Now, you can play it through GeForce Now. But it is not... It's unfortunately not on console. So 360 gears means I need 6 factories. That also means that I didn't need to pull the upper belt quite as far down. Yeah, that is absolutely something. A lot of strategy games tend to be PC only. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I do understand that a lot of companies do not want to go through the hassle to need to have controls that are that are available for console as well. But I still find it unfortunate. Control is absolutely a lot easier on PC. It is my opinion, though, that for modern consoles, it should be easy enough to connect mouse and keyboard and to be open to do that as well. Fire Emblem has a lot of great games. One of the reasons I really enjoy them is because they are just they are very, very nice for also their character interactions. Their strategy at the end, in the end game, usually becomes less a challenge. If we're talking about turn-based strategy, it is one of the better series, absolutely. I wouldn't... There are others. I think that for releases on Nintendo platform, on any of the Nintendo platforms, I'd prefer Advance Wars over Fire Emblem. That's okay. It is should always be okay with two factories going from the bands like this. I need so I need 12 factories. Okay, and then I need to put... Okay, I need to put the magnets on splitters. That's as easy as it is. And sorry for interrupting myself. So I think that Advance Wars is, strategy-wise, the nicer release. Character-wise, it's absolutely Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem... There was an NES release. I don't know if it was that early, though. The first release was on the NES in 1990. So a few years later than that, but still it was an NES release. Okay, I need a three-way splitter. Okay, that is going to be finicky to put that in now. Yeah, so 90. If you're 91, then that would indeed be a year before. I can't put it in like this. Okay, great. I'm born a little bit before that. But yeah, still, no, it is. So I was thinking about my favorite strategy game, and Turn-based, I think I'm going to be putting Fire Emblem up there, but beaten out by Advance Wars. And there are some PC releases that are also very nice. Less focused, maybe. That's not quite the right word. But PC early on had always to battle with real-time strategy, where I find my favorite strategy game being StarCraft. The original StarCraft, in my opinion, is still unbeaten for complexity and strategy and planning and everything. Supreme Ruler. I haven't heard of Supreme Ruler. Oh, okay. A grand strategy game. Seriously, hadn't heard of that before. Rise of Nations. Is another one I missed out on. The name didn't tell me anything. But okay, so those are not the originals. They are absolutely balls to the wall. But I absolutely understand that you want something where it's less harsh, less punishing. And that is fine. A game should be fun to play, and if easy provides enough challenge for you for it to be fun, then nobody else should be judging that. With the easier modes, it allows for that. I don't know if you tried it out. If you want to give Advance Wars a try, I think that personally, Advance Wars bloody hell. Advance Wars Dual Strike for the DS is the best of the bunch there. And I do need another splitter in here. It's a lot of fun, and I do personally think that it is not too hard of a game. A lot of fun though. It has hard mode though. There has been a remake of Advance Wars 1 and 2 for the Switch. Avoid that as the plague. It is terrible. Whomever adapted it had no idea how to do it properly. The units all look the same basically. It's very unfortunate. I was hoping for it to be good, but you need to constantly go hover over every unit to remind yourself of what that unit exactly now was, and it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, unfortunately. 180 here. I personally do not play No Man's Sky. It never hooked me. I think for No Man's Sky, the issue was that it was very buggy in the beginning. I already had a new game, and thus I already have a space sim game I really enjoy playing, and thus even after it got patched, I never really gave it a chance. But I have a game, a similar game I'm losing myself in. Not losing myself in. I spend a lot of time in. 180, so that is 6. That is 6 factories. Let's go like this, with the input coming through the middle again. There is the Monster Hunter weekends, yes, and I also do play more story-focused games on Monday and Friday. Okay, let's make sure I haven't forgotten anything. No, you only have 2 ingredients. Okay, that is wrong.
Midwest Tarpy is now following.
Midwest Ape, thank you very much for the follow. That would be a lot of fun, yes. I still need some grinding of her myself, so that would actually be really nice to help somebody out and profit of it yourself massively. Absolutely. And the cat, with the right skills, doesn't need to worry about getting poisoned and stuff, so making for a more relaxed hunt than as a hunter, because that poison, no matter your armor, is very, very deadly. How many do I need of you? That is 20. And I need 30, so 2. Yeah, there is always... Well, there is a chance for that, and I don't think that it's a bad chance, actually. Okay, are you... Okay, what are you missing? Why am I pulling that over there twice? You don't need a double input, you need this. You're not changing the body until you get... That is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'll be happy to help you through that. Okay, so... Let me pull this over like this, since these are one of the parts I need for the shield gens. Yeah, that's going to be Do you need to... Yeah, you need to do some quests in order to get up there. That is unfortunately a grind I cannot really help you with. I can help you get the armor to make it as comfortable as possible, but the quests themselves I unfortunately cannot help with. Okay, let's do the following. So I need 2 factories for the supermagnetic coils. For the supermagnetic rings, sorry. So yeah, that is 30. Let's do it like this. Does that work? It does. Very nice to see.
Insufficient materials.
I'll already give you power and tell you to do the supermagnetic rings. So we need magnets themselves. Where did I run with these magnets? All the way over yonder. But I am absolutely also going to put a splitter in here. And honestly, no, I'm going to pull out of the splitter. You can absolutely end over there. Sure, enjoy. Enjoy your hunts, Tira. And then pull those more cleanly up over here. And do we need to do it? Okay, that is early. Like this. Feed you the magnets you require. Oh no, okay, that is bad. Let's connect them. Without a connection to the production line, there is no way I can move them over. And now I do need some more energetic graphite, and that would be about 13, if I remember. Those aren't... Okay, I have the coal here. Going into the graphite plant here. And I need to also here start splitting this into more parts. That's going to be probably a lot. Can I get it up to 6 like this? I can. And then we pull it all the way over here to these factories. Okay, and that is going to satisfy of that, and then I only have one more ingredient I need to feed in. Bloody hell, okay, I forgot about these. Am I building particle containers on this planet already? Okay, I'm building a lot, but it doesn't look like I'm building any particle containers. I am importing graphene, though. And the particle containers are one of the reasons I was looking for the unipolar magnets. Yeah, nothing I can do. I need 30 particle containers, meaning I need 60... No idea where you're from. You're absolutely at your limit. You're at your limit. You're at your limit. So I need 60... Let's see, not that I'm making a mistake here. I need 5 particle containers. No. I need 30 particle containers per minute, meaning that I need 60 magnetic turbines per minute, meaning I need 120 motors, 120 coils, meaning I need 2 more factories. Okay, let's use this space for those factories. Okay, that was too close. Also too close. There we go. The copper field is at its... No, the copper field in general could not...
Flight mode.
I don't think it can sustain. Let's try it. It'll run out and I'll have to switch over the supply routes. No, yikes, it absolutely cannot. Okay, do I have the room for another smelter field? Okay, I easily do. Let's connect this up like this. That's another splitter. Let's make room, enough room between them to monitor output. Although it's not all that helpful. There we go. You're the priority input, though. Okay, how are we looking? Bloody hell. Veins gives me how much? Okay, and since we're only running at 100%, I do have a lot of leeway here. But I think the way I calculated let me see. Because this is an early field and I wasn't still aware that you can power up those the big mining machines. 7, 7, 9, 7, 8, 7 plus 42 for the doubling. Okay, that is not an overflow.
A seed is approaching your system.
That is sufficient.